So we are joined by Commanders quarterback Sam Howell, and also notably my fellow Tar Heel.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
you doing?
Yes, ma'am. I'm good. I appreciate you having me on.
You know, I was trying to figure out the best way to start off this interview. Should we just kind of fall back and think of some Michael Jordan memories, or should we go back to my track days and recall some track memories? What's the best way to start this off, fellow Tar Heel?
Yeah, definitely talking about all the Tar Heel legends.
Right.
Like you said, it's such a great school to be a part of, and there's so many great players and great people that's come out of that school. So it's definitely a blessing to be a part of that.
So, Sam, I don't know if you really did know that I ran track for Carolina. Do you think you can beat me in a race?
What did you run?
Oh, good. Okay, good question. Get some input before you answer that. I ran the 100 and the 200 in high school. At Carolina, I ran the 4 and the 8.
Wow.
And don't be prejudiced by the heels right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd probably be a pretty good matchup then if you ran all that.
Pretty good matchup?
Yeah, it'd probably be a pretty good matchup.
Well, maybe we'll do it right here after practice.
Yeah,
I think the last person I raced was Roddy White in the Metrodome. But anyways, let's talk about you. When do you feel like it really started to sink in that the potential of being QB1 was within your grasp?
Yeah, it's a great question. Obviously I came in last year. I was the third guy last year, so I was just trying to do everything I could to be a good teammate and try to help my team every way that I could. And then I knew after that last game I played, Coach Rivera kind of told me that I'd have an opportunity to compete for the job. So obviously that gave me a lot of excitement and confidence going into the offseason. So I just tried to do everything I could to become the best player I could, and just try to come back and just try to do everything I can to give my team a chance to win, and just try to do everything I can with the opportunity that I have.
What's the reality, though, of the confidence that you can really lean into with just the one start, at the end of the season last year?
Yeah, it's only one game. It was a good game for us offensively and as a team. It was a good game. But at the end of the day, I know it's one game. And obviously there was some confidence that came from that game, but really my confidence just comes from how hard I work and how hard I work this offseason and in our practices. I've had some really good practices in training camp, and I feel like our offense is in a really good spot. And so I think my confidence just comes from my preparation and in my teammates. I have a really good group of guys around me, and it's so much fun being out there with them.
So your dad's name is Duke?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on that.
Yeah, it's actually my middle name.
Oh, it's your middle name, too? Yeah, we're going to have to work on that, too. And your mom is Amy, so I'm just curious, how are your parents acting right now about the potential of you leading this franchise? Any examples of them being, giddy or embarrassing you about it at all? Or?
Yeah, they try to keep it low-key and try not to, get too excited about it, but they are definitely excited. My whole family and all my friends back home are super excited about me having this opportunity, and so it's just a lot of fun. I have so much support back home, and all those people are the reason I'm where I'm at today, so it's so much fun just to have that behind me.
So how do you think Eric Bieniemy's history of just working with Patrick Mahomes and having, the Super Bowl experience is just impacting you specifically mentally, if you can give some examples, and even just technically?
Yeah, I think the main thing with EB is he knows how to win, and he's always won at every single level, whether he was a player or a coach. And obviously he's coming from an organization in Kansas City who's had a lot of success. They've been the best team in the league for the past, 5 or 6 years now. But
give me some examples, if you think back to practice, how he's putting that imprint on you, if we can get out of that quarterback speak a little bit. Give me some examples.
Yeah. Obviously he was around Pat, and Pat's playing the position at such a high level. And so he knows what it takes to be great. And, if there's little things that he sees here and there, or things that they did in Kansas City, or things that just he thinks that I can do better, he always tells me. And we watch a lot of Kansas City tape, and we kind of see how they were doing things, and we're trying to do a lot of those same things. So it's just, for me, it's just such a blessing to have a coach like that came from a place like Kansas City, and a guy like Patrick, that they were doing it at such a high level.
So some folks making some comments just about the tough manner a little bit of Eric Bieniemy, he's old school and things like that. So what's up with that? Can you guys handle the tough love? I expect the Tar Heel not to be,
Yeah, I think there was a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah, explain that to me. How so?
Out there, we love EB, and we love that he's hard on us. He does coach hard, but I think us players, man, we want that. We want to be coached hard, and we want him to push us and to be our best. And that's ultimately what he wants from us as players. He wants us to be our best. He truly cares for us. He has our back, and we truly love playing for him. And so I don't know, people can say whatever they want, but we love the guy, and we love being pushed by him, and he knows what it takes. And we thrive off that, and we feed off his energy.
And speaking of thriving, you have a phenomenal wide receiver trio here, and I'm just curious how you think your potential connection with them this season can compare to the likes of what Jalen has with his trio and AJ, Devontae, and Quez, or even like a Joe Burrow with Jamar and Tyler and also T.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have three of the best guys in the league, and I love our receivers. And we spent a lot of time this offseason and in training camp just working on our timing, working on our chemistry. And those guys make my job so much easier. And that's all I can ask for. You know, they get open very easily, and you know I can always rely on them to beat their guys in man coverage, and they have a good feel for zone coverage as well. So I feel like we're in a really good spot. It's just so much fun to get out there and play with those guys. You know, last year I got to sit back and watch them a lot. I didn't really get to play with them, but I'm just super excited for the opportunity to play with three great guys like that.
Yep, and what are you doing to build that chemistry as far as off the field? I mean, you know, is it a little Red Lobster? Is it Subway? Like, how are you hanging with the guys? Give us some detail here, Sam.
Yeah. I mean, obviously in training camp you spend so much time together. We're together all day, every day. So just hanging out in the locker room. You know, sometimes me and Jahan came in together, so we have a good relationship. We'll go get some food every now and then. But it's
your treat.
Yeah, for sure. Well, whoever's driving, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Jahan was a first-round pick. You got to remember
that.
So,
okay. So he's the one with the Bentley.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but no, those guys are awesome. I think my favorite thing about those guys is they're just all really good people. And I have great relationships with all of them, and they make my job so much easier, and they make it so much fun coming to work every day.
And lastly, what do you think it would mean for you to potentially have a Brock Purdy-like season and maybe even take this team all the way to a Las Vegas? And do you think you can have that shock-the-world type season like he had?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think our team is definitely capable of that. I mean, I'm going to do everything I can to give my team a chance to win every single game. And I'm very confident in my abilities, especially knowing the guys that I have around me and the defense we have on the other side of the ball. So I feel like we have a really good squad. We're really confident. We feel like we can play with anybody in the league. So now it's just a matter of continuing to stack these days, continuing to get better, and then going out there and performing.
All right, quick prayer for our basketball team. Give me your hand real quick. All right, that's enough.